So I'm on the big island. This is about 5 miles away or outside of Hilo, and it's an incredible looking cemetery, not just because of the beautiful view of the ocean, but I wanted to show you this amazing tree here, a monkey pod tree. Look at this thing. Something like 160 feet across. You know, obviously compared to, you know, the redwoods or something like that, it's not that big, but compared to a giant tree in the middle of a cemetery, it's a pretty big tree. I mean, this is, I don't know what the diameter is, maybe 15 feet, maybe 18 feet. Look at this. What a cool place. I'd like to be buried here, for sure. This is mostly Japanese graves here, at least immediately under the tree. I don't know about all the way out there, but from what I read, it's predominantly the island's Japanese. The graves here are very close together, different than most of the graveyards or cemeteries I have been to. And I like how a lot of the people use the natural rock here for their stones. These tiny little crypts here. Never seen that. I guess this would be comparable to the famous graveyard that's down in Louisiana, where all the graves are above ground. I mean, not obviously not all of these are above ground, but they have all these little crypts, or these little burial areas here. So there's mongoose around here, and they're actually living, every once in a while you can see them scurry across. They look like kind of like squirrels in a way, but they're living in these holes down here that go down into the graves. It's got to be interesting for them, living amongst the dead down there. This is the ultimate treehouse tree. If you had this tree on your house, in your property, in your backyard, you could build a pretty awesome treehouse in this thing. Okay, so there is a Japanese section, and then there's other sections. There's a Korean section here. Wow, the Korean section looks pretty awesome. Some of these are really interesting. This design right here. Look how beautiful that is. I have no idea what that says, but it's pretty. I will continue to show you anything interesting or odd, anything beautiful that I find, anything worth showing, like this massive monkey pod tree that sits over the cemetery. Beautiful place. All right, I'm getting back on the road. We'll see what I find next.